Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani. I love all things planner and self-care related. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. So today I'm going to plan for the month of September. I'm really excited. I want to plan the first full week using a lined insert from cloth and paper, but I'm also going to create a monthly layout and write down my habits and goals if I can find a habit tracker. So it's going to be a longer video today, but I'm really excited to just show my process and give a little bit behind the scenes of how I plan for a new month. So let's get started. So because it's a new month, I just like to change my dashboards every so often just to keep things fun and fresh. So I'm going to change out the dashboards, take out all of my older inserts. So you're going to see a lot of things that I either just didn't complete or I didn't cross off every single item on my to-do list. That is definitely the reality of planning sometimes. Okay, so that was definitely a quick rearrangement, but I just changed some insert dashboards rather, and I took out all of the old inserts. I like to recycle mine these days. I don't really have anything too private on there that I don't want to share, right? So the next step is completing the September reset, essentially. So this is a daily gratitude log. I started in the half letter in the middle of August, so I didn't use my August insert and I didn't even write the month. So I'm going to use this for November, and I said November, wow, September. And then I'm going to use a habit tracker and a monthly admin insert. So let's Okay, so first I'm going to apologize because you are probably going to hear a lot of background noise. I'm filming in the evening time, and I normally film very early in the morning. So if you do hear some things in the background, please forgive me. But my first step when I always start with a new month is just to write the dates. So for some reason that is just a really easy way for me to see everything laid out, see what days are on what date falls on what day. And now I feel like, okay, I know what I need to do, so let me continue. So to be honest with you, things have been so busy with content and work. I have not even thought about September. I have no idea what's going on. So I'm going to pull out my calendar and go from there. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna be very honest. I don't think I have a lot going on in September, which is good because I can just take the time, stay home, save money, and just recollect my thoughts and my energy after a very hectic few months. So I'm going to leave it like this. I'm actually going to get a highlighter and just highlight a few dates that I know that are important in the back of my head, and otherwise we're just gonna move on. So next up is a habit tracker, and normally I fill out every single box for the corresponding date. I'm not gonna do that here. What I am going to walk through instead is just how I pick my habits, right? So first step for me is always to write the month. And next step really is to pick some habits. So for this process, I just like to think about, I journal, so I try to be very like self-aware and tracking my progress. So I know that I made a lot of progress in some areas and I've been slacking in others. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been slacking a little bit with my reading. So one habit for sure will be reading. And then I have a goal. So there are 30 days in September. So I would like to read for 30 minutes. So I'm going to write that in the notes. So now I know that the specifics of the goal, right, is to read for 30 minutes. So the next step for me is to really think about how I can make this goal more achievable. Now, I could say I want to read every single day for 30 days, but really right now I'm probably reading about half the month, so 15 out of the 30 days. So maybe a more realistic goal for me is 20 days or 25 days. So I really want to push myself. I'm going to say 23 out of 30 days. So that is kind of what my process is for choosing a goal or a habit rather. So what I'm going to do now is take some time and think about my next habits and write them in. Okay, so here are my 4 habit tracking goals for September. Again, I want to read for 23 out of the 30 days. Breath work, which if by the time you'll be watching this, I would have announced that breath work is part of the new content series for September. I want to practice that every morning even on the weekends, before I wake up, before I touch my phone. Next, I want to be more hydrated, so I have a goal of drinking 100 ounces of water. Really, I should be surpassing that by far. And that's 25 out of 30 days. I really struggle with it on the weekends, so I want to be better at that. Final habit that I'll be tracking is my full PM routine. I have a habit of just, by the end of the day, I'll get in bed, and I don't do my full routine. I'm not like washing my face, I'm not oiling my scalp. I like to oil my cuticles as well to protect my manicure, and sometimes I just slack on it. So instead of allowing myself to slack this next month, that is something I'm going to track and get better at. So those are my habits I'll be tracking for September. So the last step in this sort of monthly reset is a weekly layout. So as I mentioned, or I should have mentioned by now, I don't have a weekly layout at the moment. I don't know, I just don't feel led to buy one. So what I've been doing instead is just using a plain piece of paper and making it my own. So I definitely let my creativity flow with this. I don't try to just be so rigid and make sure I have everything down. Like, this is my space where I can write down what I need for every week. Like, sometimes I don't need to track habits in a week because it's busier at work, for example. So this week, it'll be the first full week of September, a very hectic work week for me. So I know that I want this to be like definitely self-care heavy. Also tracking, certain to-do lists for my personal life outside of work, but still more so catered to self-care and making sure that I'm encouraging myself throughout the week. So let's get started. Well, that's it. Again, I apologize for the background noise, but if you have any questions about inserts or the process of sort of resetting for a month, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.